In the last session, we have dealt with many practice problems on decimal fractions part 1. This is the part 2 of the practice problems on decimal fractions. Let's move on to the topic. The first concept is, whenever you are taking two numbers on the numerator and denominator, after dividing with the denominator, what will be the result and overall change in the result when the decimal point moving from the right side to the left side in the numerator, and what will happen to the denominator, the result affection in all the cases. All are the things we are going to learn first. These all are given in the examination from the point of observation based questions. These questions does not require you to do much calculation, but if you know once the clarity among the concept, you will be able to solve any of these questions of the same type. Let's move on to the concept now. Here I have taken one number for the numerator, that is 505, and 101, that is the denominator. Why I have chosen these two numbers is easily divided by 101 is 505. That's all. You can also take any other number for numerator and denominator both. What is the result is simply everyone can say it is 5 times. So here result no change. So here always you know that any whole number possesses decimal point at the last. Here also it is having at the last. If you are very clear in this concept, you can move further. So here 505, I am going to write 50.5. Here in the denominator I am going to write 10.1. What will happen when you divide 50.5 divided by 10.1? Definitely you will get the result as 5. There is no change in the result whenever you are changing the position of the decimal point with respect to the denominator. Why? Because both the point will get cancelled. This will give you the value of 505 by 101 that we have learnt in the balancing procedure. Again, one more point. I am going to write this as 5.05 divided by 1.01. Now what will be the result? Again I will be getting, if you are making this in calculator, definitely you will get 5. So in all the cases, I have changed this decimal point one place here. Here also I have changed the decimal point one place. In the third case, I have moved the decimal point after 2 place in the numerator, after 2 place in the denominator also. Equally I have stated these two things. So the result, there is no change. So it is given here. Now, what will happen? Only in the numerator I am moving the decimal points without affecting the denominator. Let's see now. So here the first case is, this is the very important one. Why? Because this is the concept. These kinds of concept will be given in the question. You want to observe it, and without doing these calculations and all, only you want to tell where the decimal point is to be placed appropriately. That is the thing. For that practice I am giving these concepts. So the next thing is, when the numerator's decimal point moving to the left, what will happen? So let me take, this is the first basic concept, 505 divided by 101, which is 5, right? Now without affecting the denominator part, I am going to move the decimal point which is already after 5, I am making over here. Now if you are making in this calculator, definitely you will get 0.5. 5 will become 0.5. Why? Because here the decimal point was placed from here to here. One place, one digit I have moved the decimal point. Here also it will move to one digit from after 5 to before 5. Now, another thing, 5.05, the whole divided by 101. What was earlier? 505. So, from that point I have moved 2 places, after that I have made the digit. So, what will happen? The actual result is 5. Now, the decimal point from here to here, it will also move automatically after 2 places. This is the decimal point, means what is the number to be placed over here, which is 0. So finally answer for this one is 0.05 or 0.05, because the whole number over here is 0, right? So the answer for this one is 0.05. Earlier it was 0.5. Now whenever you are moving the decimal point towards the left side, towards your left side, definitely the result will also move, the point will move to the left side. One more thing, 0.505, that is 0.505 divided by 101. What will be the result? We know that 505 by 101 is 5, which is given in the question. Now you want to find how many places the result want to be moved the decimal place. That is here from this point 1 place, 2 place, 3 place. 3 places the decimal point has moved. After the decimal point 3 digits are here. So the result will also be affected by the 3 digits to the left. So how to write it? After 5, 2 more digit you want to write. After that you want to place the decimal. In between you can fill with 0. Here the whole number is 0. Finally answer for this question is 0.005. So here when the numerator's decimal point moving to the left, move to the left, the result, final result, the decimal point will be moved to the left. Then the next thing, when the denominator's decimal point moving to the left, the final result, the decimal point will be moved to the left. That is the point over here. Let me take the same number, that is 505 divided by 1 is equal to 5. 505 divided by 10.1. Can you tell me how many times now? Here the decimal point is moved to 1 places. After 1 it has moved from here to here, 1 place to the left. So it will move to the right. It is saying already we are having 5 as the result. So here after 5 the decimal point will be, this decimal point will move to the right side. So right side means here 1 more place to be added, in that you can fill 0. So finally my answer is 50 point, 5 point to 50 point. 50 point is what actually? Simply 50. 50 is my answer. One more example for that. 505 divided by 1.01. The same number I am giving as a drill to you. So in order to, you can catch that how many digits the result want to be moved to the left or right, whatever it is. Here I am affecting the denominator, so it will reflect in the right side of the result, right? So here how many places I have moved? 2 places. 2 places I have moved. So what was the old result? First result it was 5. After 5, 2 digits the decimal point want to be removed. Already 5 point is there. From here to here, this is the new decimal point. So these 2 places are to be filled with zeros. Now you can remove the old decimal point places and all. 500 point. Final result is 500. So these are the basic concepts required to solve some of the questions. Let's move on to the question. The question in front of you is, what will be the value of 1 by 0.0004659 if 1 by 4.659 is equal to 0.2146. So it is clearly given 1 divided by 4.659 will give you the value 0.2146. Then you want to find 1 by 0.000469, which is equal to what? Given among the option. So here the simple thing is, first the result is given. No need to do the calculation. However, but only you want to know the concept here. So here the decimal point was at the denominator after 4. So mark after 4 here. This was the original place of the decimal point. How many places it has moved? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 places move to the left in the denominator. So denominator and the result, what is the relationship? If the denominator goes left, the result will go opposite direction of right. If the numerator goes left, the result will reflect in the same direction. For the denominator, opposite direction. So here we can say 4 places to the left. Here 4 places you want to move the decimal place to the right. Say for example, I am writing the number first, 0.2146. First place, I can move the decimal point over here. Second place, third place, fourth place. At last, I have taken the decimal point and I have placed it at the last place. So finally, my answer for this question is 2146 point, which is equal to what? 2146, the whole number. Answer which is given in the option is option C, 2146. The next question is, if 178 into 34, which is equal to 6052, then you want to find 6.052 divided by 17 by 8 is equal to what? Here the second statement is given in terms of division, the first statement is given in terms of multiplication. Simply this thing is to be rewritten in the form of 6052 divided by 178, which will give you 34. You want to make this first, then it is easy to solve this. Then what is given? 6.052 divided by 17.8, which is equal to what? This is little advanced. Here both the values doesn't have any decimal point. Here the first numerator which is shifted to 3 places and the denominator, simply I am writing like this, 17.8. This is the denominator. Denominator moved to the 1 digit. Numerator moved by 3 places to the left. What was the original result? That is 34. Simply I am taking 34. Here the numerator was moved to the left by 3 places. Here it was moved to the left by 1 places. So here if both were same, the result will remain same. But both were not equal, take the difference. 3 minus 1, 2 digits. So leading is what? Numerator is leading by 2 places to the left. So if you are able to grasp these things, questions can be easily solved within 2 to 3 seconds. So what is leading here? Numerator is leading by how many digits? 2 digits. To the left or right? To the left. Numerator is 2 digits leading. So directly the change will be reflected in the result out of the numerator. So here 2 digits to the left means here also 2 digits to the left. That's all. So here from this point 1 and 2. So the decimal point want to be taken and it want to be placed before 3 and 4. Finally the result is 0.34. Why? Because here no whole number. So I have taken 0.34. Simply the answer for this question is option B. The next question is dealing with simplification of the decimal values with multiplication and division. What will be the value of 2.4 into 0.72 into 4.5, the whole divided by 0.18 into 0.06 into 0.9 into 3. Now let's try to solve this. Here counting the number of decimal after the decimal point, decimal digits in the numerator. Here 1 digit, here 2 digit, here 1 digit. Here 2 digits, here 2 digit, here 1 digit. So totally 2 plus 2 plus 1, here overall 5 digits after the decimal point. Here 1 plus 2 plus 1 overall 4 digits after the decimal point. First of all, you want to do the balancing process. Balancing means plus 1 digit extra required. So for that one, you can add anywhere 0. Simply I am making here 0. Now here it will become 2 digit after the decimal. So 5 digits here, 5 digits here. That's all. Now you can remove all the decimal values. As soon as the balance process got finished, you can remove all the decimal. Here I am removing, here, here, here. Everywhere I have removed the decimal points. Now only you want to pick up the number. What is the number given? 24 here. Simply I am taking 24 into. What is the number here? 72 into, what is the number here? 450 divided by, the next thing, what is the number? 18 into, what is the number? 6 into, what is the number? 9 into 3, it is to be taken. Now you can easily simplify here. 1 times 6, 4 times 6. Here 1 times 9, 8 times 9. Then here 2 times 9 and 5 times 9 and 0 times 50. Then here again I am taking this 2 times. Now finally you could solve this. 2 into 8, which is 16. 16 into 50 into 3. That is totally the answer will become 2400. Let's try. 2 into 8 into 50 into 3. Now simply we can take the values. 2 into 50 everyone knows, which is 100. So no need to take it. And 8 into 3, which is 24. Simply 100 into 24. Finally the answer is 2400, which is given in the option B. The next sum, how much would be n minus m by n plus m if 2.5 m is equal to 0.035 n? So these are the basic questions from ratio dealing with fractions. So in the basics class of ratio and proportion, we have discussed a lot about the coefficient part. Here it is given 2.5 m is equal to 0.035 n. So in such a case, we can take m ratio n will be equal to, the coefficient of n will become the value of m and the coefficient of m will become the value of n. Simply you can suggest these things. So here m is equal to 0.035 and n will be equal to 2.5. From the first statement itself you can express this. Now whenever you want to express a number in terms of ratio, the number must be a whole number. So in order to make this as a whole number, multiply both the side with 1000. Why? Because 1000 here 3 digits, 10 power 3 is 1000. So after multiplying, m will become 35 and n will become 2500. So this is the ratio between these two numbers. So let's take the final ratio. Here 7 times 5, here 500 times 5. So m is to n is 7 is to 500. Now why should not we take m is 7 and n is 500? So this is in the pattern of m plus n and m minus n. So here it is given n minus m by n plus m. N minus m by n plus m. So what is n minus m? 500 minus 7, which is 493. What is m plus n? 507. So answer for this question is 493 by 507, which is given in the option C. The next question, 1 into 0.3 into 0.01 into 0.003. Can you guess the result? Yes. Only 1 into 3, 3 into 1, 1 into 3, 9. 9 is going to be the unit digit of the part. So, how many digits before 9? What are the number of digits after the decimal things? These are the things you want to gather. How many digit after decimal? 1 digit. How many digit after decimal? 2 digit. How many digit after decimal? 3. Simply add up. In case of multiplication, you want to add 1 plus 2 plus 3. 6 digits after the decimal point. So, I am here allotting one place for the whole number. After that 6 places I want to allot. In the 6th place I want to add up 9. After accommodating 9, what are the rest of the digits? No place. So everywhere 0, 0, 0. Finally my answer is 0.5 times zeros with 9, which is given in the option D. Next simplification type of question is 4.142 plus 100.8 plus question mark plus 0.053, which is equal to 105.153. these kinds of questions can be solved, that is question mark want to be always expressed with x. You can take it as x. So in order to get the x value, you want to bring all these values on the right side. So simply x alone I have taken on the left side, then I am bringing equal, and after equal I can take 105.153. After that I want to subtract all the terms. Why? Because all are in terms of summation, right? So minus, you want to add all these terms together. For that I am taking the whole number separately. 100 plus 4. 100 plus 4, 104. Yes, I have taken 104 first. Then I want to add up 142, and here this is not 0.8, 0.800. While adding up, here 0.142, already 4 is taken. Here 0.8, which is to be taken like this. Here you can make zeros, and after that 0.053. So I can take like that. This is very important, making after 2 zeros. Now you can add up 0.995. So this is to be subtracted. These all are to be added, then subtracted from 105.153. Let's do that. 104.995. So here subtraction. 13 minus 5, which is 8. Here it will become 4. 14 minus 9, which is 5. So here it will become 0. 10 minus 1 is 1. Here 104. This will become 4, right? So 0.158 is the answer, which is given in the option B. 4 by 7 of 2 by 3 of 5 by 6 of 5 by 8 of 1008. Of denotes the operation of multiplication. So directly you can take 4 by 7 into 2 by 3 into 5 by 6 into 5 by 8 into 1008. So you can easily simplify this. So easily you can divide these things which is divisible by these numbers. So 1008. In the test of divisibility chapter, we have dealt with number 8. What is the rule for number 8? Last 3 digits are divisible by 8, then definitely that number will be divisible. Here last 3 digit only 8 is there, 008. So definitely it will be divisible. So how many times? Let's check. 1 time 8 is 8. The balance is 2, 20. So 2 time 8 is 16. Balance 4. So 6 time 8 is 48. Then the next thing, 6, 3 and 7 are there. Let's check. 6, yes, definitely 2 and 3 are divisible in 126. 6 is also divisible. 2 times 6 is 12. 1 times 6 is 6. That's all. 7 into 3, which is 21, right? Directly 21, I can cancel 21 and 21. This is the easy way of doing properly. So while doing more and more some practice, you will get an idea of how to solve easily to get a desired number. Now easily we have solved. Now 4 into 2 into 5 into 5. That's all. 5 into 5 is 25. Instead of multiplying this 4 and 2 with 25, directly I am taking this 4 and 25. Everyone know 4 into 25 is 100, which is the number kept left. So 2. So 100 into 2. Finally, my answer for this question is 200, which is given in the option B. The next question. If a fraction's denominator is decreased by 80% and the numerator is increased by 300%, the fraction becomes 2 by 9. What was the fraction? So here the fraction you can say it was x by y at first. The numerator which is increased by 300%. So increased by 300%. And the denominator which is decreased by 80%. These two things are very important. In the percentages chapter, we have learned that the basics of any number is said to be 100%. Initially the number, any number, whatever be the number, it is 1 or 2 or 500, whatever it is to be considered as the 100% in the initial stage. So here already it is 100%. So plus 300, it will become 400% of x. Again, once more explanation, 100% of the number is x. So 100% of x plus 300% means it will be 400% of x. Then already y is 100%. 100% of y is given less. Less means you want to subtract 80%. So 100 minus 80 will become 20% of y. Now they are saying the ratio between these two numbers or the fraction is 2 by 9. Now you want to solve it. Let's take 400% of means multiplication into. Here also multiplication. Now what are the things common here? You can directly cancel. Percentage cancel. 0, 0 cancel. This 2 is 20 times presented in 40. So finally 20 into x is 20x by y, which is equal to 2 by 9. To get the x and y fraction, you want to cross multiply these two values. So 9 into 20x, 180x will be equal to 2 into y, 2y. Now already we have learned that the coefficient of the opposite side value will be the ratio of the opposite side. So here y coefficient is 2, which is the value of x, and x coefficient is 180, which is the value of y. Now let's take it. X is to y, x is 2, 2 is to y is 180. Now you can cancel once more. 1 is to 90. This is what? Ratio format, but here it is given in the form of fraction. So fraction they are asking x by y, not y by x. X by y means 1 by 90, and finally answer for this question is 1 by 90. What will you do if the question is asking y by x? Simply you want to say 90 by 1 or 90. Now the answer is 1 by 90. The next question, express 2 by 3 of 1 by 4 of rupees 25.20 as a fraction of 1 by 2 of 36. Here the keyword express as a fraction means you want to make like this, that is 2 by 3 of 1 by 4 of rupees 25.20. Asa means, express asa means you want to, this is equal to that. So you want to make the equal symbol, expressed. Fraction of, fraction means we don't know the value here. Somewhat fraction want to become in place of x. Fraction of 1 by 2 of 36. If you solve all these things, you will be able to find x. Let's solve. For of, you can make multiplication. Here also you can make multiplication. Here also you everywhere instead of you can make multiplication. Now 25.20. First of all, you want to remove the decimal point with the help of 10 power 2. Why? Because after 2 digits decimal is placed. For the 2 zeros you want to make with 100. Now you can easily solve it. 0, 0 cancelled. Then 3 and 4, whether 3 into 4 is 12. Let's check with the test of divisibility rule. 12 is divisible in this number or not? Yes. For 4, the last two numbers must be divisible by 4. For 3, summation of the number must be divisible by 3. 3 into 4 is 12. Yes, definitely it is divisible. How many times? 2 times 12 is 24. The rest one time. So 21 I got on this side. Now I am making cancelled. 3 and 4 cancelled together with this. Then the next thing is 1 by 2. What you want to make is, it is simply improper fraction. 1 into 2, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2 you want to convert. Then the next step, here 2 and 36 can be cancelled 18 times, which is presented. Now this 2 and this 18 can be cancelled because numerator and the numerator on the opposite side can be cancelled directly. 1 times 2 is 2, 9 times 2 is 18. Then the next thing, here is there any possibility of making any other numbers? Yes, here 3 can be cancelled over here 7 times. Now x is what? Only here we got 7 in the numerator, in the denominator we got 10. And here x into 9 we got. So what is the value of x? For that we want to bring this 9 over here. 7 by 10 into 9, which is going to be x, right? So x is equal to 7 by 90, which is given in the option C. In this session we have dealt with practice problems of part 2 on decimal fractions. Subscribe our channel for more upcoming videos. Meeting you in the next session.